Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Germinate Tarot. It's still just me while the Germy moves in and gets herself settled. And I'm going rogue because I'm not feeling so fab. And I am using my Gypsy Witch, which is the deck I use every day and connect to the easiest. So I'm going for ease of use and just, it tells a story very quickly. It's like Lenormand but with more cards. So, Saggies, we're doing April 3rd to the 15th. General reading, probably skewing towards love. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. We're just going to get Quickie 5 card. One. You know what? You're cramping my style. You need to go up here. Thank you. I was pre-shuffling and clearing the cards, and I got a very almost hesitant feel, like Sagittarius is in no mood. Just doesn't even feel like being bothered. It's almost like, yeah, whatever you could tell me right now, I already know. We're almost like at that point. Let's get one for just kind of the overall. Alright, let's flip-a-roo. So central is children. And I want to flip all of them before I start talking. This wine card, I'm telling you, has been all over the place for everyone. It's either people are really having a good time or they're really trying to self-medicate. I can't tell. So in this, we have the central is the children. It's innocence. It's playfulness. It's a simpler time. It's, just a new beginning. It's not complicating things. Just can't deal with it. Because it's new. It's fresh. It's almost like you're done with the old. Forget it. Like, we've been there, done that. On this side of the equation, we have the metal. And then the anchor, the fish, and the tower came out together. I think this is recognizing the need to be grounded, working towards something. The tower can be pulling within yourself and isolating yourself to kind of do this introspection business. You're getting grounded. You're putting the work in with the fish. Maybe you are actually taking time out from other things in your life to pursue something or a project that you want to be doing. You don't want to be, dealing with a 9-to-5 or something. Maybe you're not going a totally traditional route. And with this award, you're getting the recognition from putting this time in. And that's a positive, feeling for you. Now, over on this side of it, there's the wine, which is a cheerfulness, it's happiness, it's get-togethers and stuff. With this railroad, it's a journey. It's, moving towards something, but it's with a track, as opposed to just like, a boat, which is open water, or the rider, which is on a horse, which could be like in an open field. This is a very deliberate thing. Like a train stays on a track. It stays going where it's going. So there's a determination to it that is felt with this. But then you have the birds, which is the gossipy, flighty vibe, which is what I almost feel like Sagittarius is just in no mood for. It's like just in, out. Like they're in total anchor mode. Like just I'm getting my bearings. I'm being grounded. I really am not in the mood because I have all this new stuff going on. And I think something over here is bound and determined to be like, hey, pate, or hey, like almost like tempting you with vices, and they're really being deliberate about it. I want to get more on that. So we're going to go to the children. I do want to see about the children. Let's talk about, can we talk about the children? We have the crossroads, then the broken mirror, which they say it's bad luck, but it's actually, and it's also the number 44, which I cannot get away from lately. I don't know if y'all are seeing the numbers. I know I sound like a nutcase, but the number 44, it doesn't matter. It's 44 degrees. My battery's at 44%. You know, it's like 1244. It's nonstop. So, this broken mirror, I think this is the breaking of the illusions, any kind of images or things that you were holding up to that mirror for inspection, gone. Smoosh bam, out of here. I want one more on that. Oh, or 3. Yeah, so whatever this illusion, it's been bugging you because there's the mice. That's like the gnawing feeling. Then you have the lion, which is the surprise element, but you will defend yourself against that surprise, and you will not just back down and be like, what? No. There's the ring. I almost get like this, it's a cycle though. It's not a union. It's some kind of cycle you're trying to get out of, and I think whatever jarring thing needs to happen to get out of it. I want more on the birds because maybe this will enlighten it, but you know, the ring can mean the cycling, which I think Sag might want to end. So yeah. So the birds are flighty messages. The letters, actual messages. You know, they're, whatever it is coming at you kind of from all sides, it feels like. And then the park, more stuff is coming out. Is that just 3? Okay. And there's clouds around it, so it's unsure. Even if the information's coming out, I think with the fire and the bride, it's coming out so hot and heavy, and someone is determined to get to this bride, to get to what they want, that it might be like, you know, you have to do the lion thing where you have to roar. Back up. Back up. So we have the wine and the train track. I want to find out more about that. The swords. It's a defensive, pokey thing. I almost feel like someone wants to knock you off your game. Alright, so we have the rose, the pig, and the sun. So the rose is opening up, recognizing that there is beauty. There's also thorns, though, so they'll catch you. The pig is, you can be fat and happy, but it's ego to me, especially when you have the swords and the wine and the track and everything. And then you have the sun, which is, I think it's Sagittarius knowing that this is, someone wants what they want. And over here, we have the coffin. So, something, and then the eyeball. What is Sagittarius watching? What are they watching? Oh, you know. So, I think with this tower, this retreat, they're going to watch all these changes go on around them. They're going to watch this shift happen. And that's what I get, is this like shift. And people are going to try to reach them, try to get at them. And Sagittarius can't be bothered because they realize the value of what they're doing. And they're not going to compromise that anymore. Because then you have the clover and the whip. And the whip could be, you know, you are getting down and dirty with somebody. But with this, it's almost, with the luck, realizing that this, what you're coming into is almost divine timing. It is the luck. Like, there's stuff lining up for you that you couldn't have anticipated, and you're going to defend it, and you won't let anyone rock your boat. You won't let anyone throw you off your game with this whip because you know this is worth standing your ground on. And the bear's at the bottom. Yeah, so protect yourself. Bear, lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. That's what I'm calling this. Sagittarius, lion, tigers, and bears, oh my. That's what you need to be. So we're moving on to the Deviant Moon deck just to get an overall tarot aspect of what's going on for Sagittarius in these next 2 weeks. Pardon my schnozzeroonie. I'm a stuffy buffy. Alright, I do want... Okay, that makes sense. I'm telling you, Chariot. Cannot get away from the Chariot in my own readings. It's amazing. There's so much going on right now. Huh. And that's a good ha. It's not a bad like, oh my god. King of Swords and the Moon. King of Swords could be an air sign, but it's also being in control of your emotions. It's knowing, like, you know, you don't have to be cold about it, but you're also not going to be a fool. Because then you have the Moon, which is the intuition. It's also knowing that you don't know. It's the knowing that you don't know. And you might be done trying to find out, because maybe you've come at it from every angle and you're like, I don't need to know that bad. I'm cool. Because then you have the Four of Swords, which can be an apology, but I'm not getting an apology with this because it's going within. It's, oh, and look at those. There's the roses coming around, and, you know, they're folding their arms. They're just going to relax. I would love to take a nap. Naps are awesome. And I think that's what they're doing. It's a sleep on it. Sleep on it. Pull inside yourself. Think about things. You don't need to take action. Because Chariot, that's what's moving into, is this action's going to happen. This is moving. This is going. This is doing. This is victory. I get that gospel song. I got the sweet, sweet victory of Jesus. That's what's running in my head right now. I love that song. Then you have the Queen of Wands, which is, yeah, Sagittarius. That's a fire sign. That's, that's in your power. I always think the Queen of Wands is a little more, fiery, but passionate, like more overtly passionate. I think the King is a lot more sedate about it. The Queen is not confrontational, but more aggressive about it, for me. And she's got like 4 hands in this, and you know, she's gonna get stuff done. So I want to find out about this. Actually, no, I want to go right to the Queen. I don't even want to mess around. That's too many, but we're looking. We got a Page and Ace and an 8 of Swords. It's kind of gibberishy. That was not deliberate. Let's go. Come on. Deviant Moon. Let's talk about it. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is that material balancing. It's the end of the line in this. And if you look at this card in particular, it's 2 dudes playing chess. It's the game. It's deciding what your next move is. You know, like, you know, Queen to Knight 10, or I don't even know if that's a thing. I just heard someone say it. But you're making your moves. You're making your moves. It's not cold and calculated like the Queen of Swords. So, you know, back here with this King of Swords, you know, Queen of Swords, you're not being phased. You're not letting anyone shake your monkey tree, which is good. I want to find out about this charity. I want to know about the sweet, sweet victory. Knight of Wands and the Devil. So Knight of Wands is the one night stand card. It's, you know, someone who's in and out, in and out. Then you have the Devil on top of it. So, like I said, someone's trying to throw you off your game. Your game of chess, where you're making your moves. I say this stuff and don't even realize how it connects. And your Six of Swordsing on top of this Devil, you're like, no, I'm out, I'm cool. You can put it in your pipe and smoke it, I'm out. I want to see what this Four of Swords can tell me anything. The Ten of Swords. I think this is definitely a self-imposed retreat because it's just, you're done. You're done. And I think maybe you give it another shot and then, you know, you're racing and you're like, ha, and then there's still Satan on a stick. And you're like, I'm out. We tried. That was fun. Get out. Because you have the Balance, you have the Two of Pentacles, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles, which means you're working on something. You have something cooking, Sagittarius. What's cooking? Bet it's probably good. So as long as... Ooh, yeah, because bottom of the deck now, this just caught my eye, is the Seven of Cups. So this illusions, remember that mirror getting smashed? These illusions, all these choices that you think you have, you are focusing in. You are making your moves. You're embodying air sign qualities of, you know, that focus, the thought, but you have the action behind it now. You have the perfect storm of awesome. And that's just in like the next 2 weeks. Can you even imagine? So, all right, perfect storm of awesome. Maybe that could be the other name of this video. So, then we're going to go into the romance angels. And we're going to see what they have to say about it. So while this reading is very Sag-centric and Sag taking care of themselves, let's see what's on the love horizons. Love horizons. It is safe for you to love, but love yourself first. Okay. So I think it reminds me of that meme or the gif of the cat where it's in the couch and it comes out, it's like, is safe, is not safe. And I don't think they had that in mind when they came up with these cards, but like Sag just like, how about now? No, is not safe. And you go back in the couch like the little Kit Kat. Codependency and flirt. So whatever was going on, remember how I said that cycle with the ring? I think, you know, you can be lighthearted about it, but those addictions, remember that wine and the pig and everything? There's that ego factor and someone trying to throw you off your game with the chess. I think it's okay to flirt, but do not let yourself get sucked back into the cycle. I don't think it's worth it because you have enough going on that you don't need it. It's finally, like you said, it's time for you. You can't be bothered with it. You're finally tired of it. And that's okay. Now I'm moving on to the crystal deck, which is stones and crystals. And they have good keywords that are good advice. And I'm benching the Vintage Wisdom Oracle this round. So we're going to see what comes out for Sag. It's a good combo-rooney. We have quartz, moonstone, and amber. So we have quartz, which is amplifier, reflective, receptive. This is taking your talents and upping the amplifier. It's like when you have, well, I don't think this is the most spiritual definition, but you know when you have a Wi-Fi signal and you have to put another booster in the house, to, you know, because you're in the basement or something. That's what quartz does for you. It ups the amp. Then you have, with Moonstone, it's emotional healing, ancient power, and female energy. So if you identify as female, this Moonstone really gets you in touch with that power. And I think there is a lot of power channeling through Sag right now. But with Amber, you have grounding, healing, cleansing, and balancing, which I think Sag needs to come into. You have Amber, which is they have these divinatory meanings, which I think are really good. But you need to have balance and healing in your life and look to the past to shine a light on the future. Then with the Moonstone, it is time to recognize the female powers in your life. Are you honoring them with yourself or others? So are you taking care of yourself, Sag? If you are a woman, and if you have women around you, are you treating them the way, properly? So with this quartz, it is time to focus on what part of your life needs assistance and being open to the healing and change that will help you achieve that desire. All right, Sag, so, keep buckling down and doing what you're doing, and don't let anyone shake your monkey tree. All right? We'll be talking to you in a couple weeks, Sag. Until then, you be well, okay?